And a 1. And a 2. And a...
You
Hey,
know what?
yo. Fucking ruins it every fucking time. I'm
Start over.
trying to do a thing. No, that's it. That's the intro. Welcome to Shoot the Shit Saturday,
Where I shot the shit.
where S shot my fucking Scott Hall remembrance. Well, it was like 2 words. What am I, Kevin Owens?
Look here, Chico. We're gonna carve you up.
That sounds so sexual.
That's how he used to say, isn't it, Oz?
Yeah.
Yeah, he used to say it like that. He used to have a toothpick. He used to throw a toothpick at the camera. That was his thing.
I knew he did that. I remember that.
But yes, we say
Oh,
goodbye to
wait.
Scott Hall.
Well, yes. If we're doing any editing for this video, put the WWE Scott Hall thing right here. Moment of silence. I doubt we're doing that. Anyway, welcome to Shoot the Shit Saturday. On that down note, it's me, Nickolas Zombie, joined today by Espionage DB7.
Hello.
Round of applause. It's been a while. We missed you.
Yes.
Golf clap.
Golf clap.
Clap with one hand.
Yes. You can hear that? No.
Can't even.
Eh.
Doesn't even
You
come
can,
out of
you
the
can
mic.
kind of hear. Yeah, I can't really.
I heard it.
Anyway, and that other voice you hear is the exalted one, Obsolete 2003.
Settle down.
Obs.
Now you have to get a fucking cheering section going for him.
Ooh, 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 ooh.
Like it's not enough to like give him all these reverent nicknames. You have to like get a cheer section and do you like? I want to know, in the privacy of your room, even though nobody can see it, are you sitting there holding up a poster with like "Obs for King" or some shit like that? You know?
No, but I did when I was doing ooh, 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 and I like was fist pumping.
Well, I mean, okay, the exalted one, fine, whatever.
And welcome to Shoot Shit Saturday, everyone. How y'all doing?
Doing good. Good as can be.
I've had been a rough time, but I'm here.
Yes.
And that's what matters.
Indeed.
So, first of all, I do want to go circle back to what we opened up with and just say rest in peace to Scott Hall, one of the original members of the NWO.
Yes.
Razor Ramon, Scott Hall, the outsider himself. Rest in peace, Chico.
Indeed. He's with the other wrestling greats up in the sky.
Man, I hate when we lose our. Well, I hate when we lose anybody. I
I like if we lost Putin. That'd be kind of cool.
I'd like to see I'd like to see him in prison. I'd like to see him.
I like
You
to see
know,
him fucking dead.
Let's circle back to Scott Hall.
I've never been able to wish anybody death. Like in serious.
Oh, I can. Oh, I can.
That's
Focus.
Oh.
Focus. Scott Hall. Scott Hall.
Scott Hall.
Yeah, I'd like to. I would have liked to have seen Scott Hall carve. Wait, what am I saying?
I can't wait. We
Anyway,
miss you, Scott.
yes. So, for anybody who doesn't know, just a brief overview. Scott Hall made his claim to fame, or his start to fame, I should say, as Razor Ramon in the WWE, where he had, and if you have not seen it, I definitely recommend watching it for anybody who is a Peacock subscriber, because all the WWE stuff is on Peacock. He had one of the best ladder matches, I wouldn't say in WWE history, because since then there have been some like just amazing ladder matches with shit that has been done that is like, as the wrestling fans would put it, holy shit. But at the time, it was ladder matches were
It
not
was the
all that
first.
frequent. It was the first in WWE, but I don't think it was the first ever,
Oh
right?
yeah.
Like they had like
ECW.
New Japan, ECW, but yes, it was the first ladder match in WWE history, and it was actually pretty damn good. Um, and you can really see the size of Scott Hall in that match because he is a big guy compared to Shawn Michaels.
Well, Shawn
Shawn
Michaels is
Michaels,
a very small man, though.
yeah, what I mean, he's not a very small man. I mean,
Isn't Shawn
to
Michaels like notoriously tiny?
I believe we're
no,
taller than Shawn Michaels.
Yeah.
well,
I think all
but
of us.
Nonetheless.
I say he's average. I don't say he's a very small man. But anyway, so very good match. Um, then the whole Monday Night Wars thing started happening. Ted Turner started throwing money around, and one of the attractions, I think, that was the first one he attracted, right? Because first Scott Hall went to WCW, and then Kevin Nash, being a real good friend of his, followed, and basically, like, Ted Turner opened up the checkbook and said, "Hey, bring all your friends. We're open for business." And they did this whole angle where they pretended to be invaders from WWE, even though they were at the time free agents and had been signed to contracts. Led to the formation of the forever infamous, forever, one of the greatest stables in wrestling history, the NWO. He was one of the original members. I know he had some drug problems in his life. He had a lot of issues, but he cleaned himself up. Had a really great run of wrestling. He, as the NWO, and then eventually went back to the WWE for a little while, then retired. Had a hopefully hopefully a good life. I had heard he got clean, he got sober, and unfortunately, the his name was called, so to speak, and we wish his family well in the time of heartache, and we'll miss you, Razor.
Yes. Well said.
So
But yeah, he was
yeah.
a good one. He had some good matches. He was always the bad guy, and he played up that role pretty good. And
There's a quote. I'm trying. He had a quote. You mentioned bad guy. The bad times fade, but the bad guys never or last forever. Something along those lines. I should probably look it up.
A
It
good
was one of
quote
his.
from his induction speech.
yeah, two-time WWE Hall of Famer.
NWO and Scott Hall.
Yeah, which is pretty cool. But yeah, he
So this is the actual quote. Definitely something to live by here. Hard work pays off. Dreams come true. Bad times don't last, but bad guys do. I want to get that on a fucking shirt.
thought you were gonna say a tattoo.
I haven't gotten any kind of ink, but I'd get that on a shirt.
But so yeah, he was good. Probably like a lot of other people will probably try to rewatch that ladder match sometime this
I did
weekend.
already.
So it was good. Good times. And then for Shawn Michaels being our homeboy here, and then Razor Ramon, he was a good wrestler. And it was good chemistry.
hmm The Click, man. Remember the Click?
Yeah.
Shawn Michaels, HBK, HBK, Triple H, Kevin Nash, known as Big Diesel back then, and of course Scott Hall. The curtain call. You remember the infamous curtain call, right?
Yes.
Nick, are you aware of the curtain call?
Oh, I'm aware. I'm
What?
aware of my wrestling history.
Ah, okay. So you've taken the classes.
Yes, I've taken class. I've taken Stone Cold 316 courses.
The School of Hard Knocks.
Yeah.
But anyway, yes, farewell, Scott Hall.
He will be missed.
What else you got? I got stuff. I got things to talk about if you
What do
guys
you
don't
have
have.
to talk about?
Well, I'll tell you
Hey,
what.
S, you look like you have something to say. Do you?
I have something to hate,
Okay, okay.
which mean which means it's time for another things S hates.
Things S hates.
Yeah.
And after that song, I've summoned Ring and Val. Hello there.
Hello.
Somehow
Hi.
magically appeared. There
It's the power of my
magically appeareth.
voice. Nice. What do you hate?
So I have a thing that I hate, and this actually has been something that has been brewing. It started out as something I didn't understand, and it's turned into something that I straight up hate, and that is celebrity worship. I fucking hate celebrity worship. And like I said, it started out, I don't understand. I really don't. There are celebrities that I have a good amount of respect and admiration for. Uh, Actors, celebrities that I think are fantastic at what they do. I'm a big Harrison Ford fan. I really like his films, his roles, and everything. Um, but I never have. Do I know Harrison Ford's wife's name? No. Do I know how many kids he has? No. Do I know where he lives? No, because I don't give a damn. I like their movies. I like the roles that they play. I like, the I like to immerse myself in their films and in their work, but I don't give a damn what they're, not that I wish them bad or anything, but I don't care what goes on in their life, outside of it. Who's having an affair with who's getting married, who's having a baby. I don't care. And you know what? It's a pastime, it's a hobby that people can enjoy. I get it. It's fine. But it leads to shit like people swarming these celebrities, fucking paparazzi. Now, I can say, oh, I hate paparazzi, which I fucking do. But why do I hate paparazzi? Because they can sell this shit for money, because there are enough people out there that absolutely worship celebrities that they will fucking just buy into anything that's going on. The thing that prompted this today for me was I saw an article today that said Daniel Radcliffe walking down the street looking significantly older than he did when he from his Harry Potter days. It's like, motherfucker, age is a thing. We grow old. That it happens. What if you're gonna stay a fucking expectro potalis, whatever, fucking Harry Potter age for his whole life? No, it's fucking dumb. And the guy was just like, I hate that like celebrities can't just fucking go for a casual stroll down the road or something without usually getting mobbed. And a lot of them, they're good about it. They're like, hey, wave to the fans or whatever. But at some point it's got to get tiring, it's got to get exhausting, that they're constantly, their personal, private, intimate lives are being invaded by these fucking schmucks that just want to, like, see what they're doing so they can take a picture and sell a story. And it's crap, and I hate it. And it's like that because there's so many people that fucking worship celebrities. Look at Toby Maguire. I don't know if y'all have seen that video where he's literally at an intersection trying to turn. He's trying to make a turn, and the fucking paparazzi's there blasting like the flash of the camera in his face, and he goes off on them, and rightfully so, and fucking run them over or something. He's like, get out of the way, motherfucker. Like, he literally says, get out of the way, motherfucker. I can't see. There's cars coming, and I can't see because you're there. There was as one that was that couldn't get in as press into the Oscars or something, and he was yelling at, who the fuck was it? Was it Beyonce? He was yelling at some dude to get out of the way inside of the thing, because he had a high zoom camera, like a very far zoom camera, and there was a guy that was standing in the way blocking his view of Beyonce. But he wasn't actually able to get into the red carpet event because he's not actually a press. He's just like some fucking schmo who with a camera who wants to sell pictures, and he's cursing and yelling at a guy, for being there, being in the way. I think, what was his name? Kanye West had an incident where people were like climbing through his windows and shit. I mean, it's fucking insane behavior. And its origin is because people are so obsessed with what actor or actress is, dating who else, and who's having a baby. And oh my god, did you hear that fucking Angelina Jolie is having her 25th child, but she had an affair with so and
I need
so.
more of this. Like, is that really a thing?
I don't
I have to find out. I must fucking know.
well, I know you're being sarcastic, but I hope you're being sarcastic. Are you being sarcastic?
Am I?
I don't
I
know.
think Ring just really cares about Angelina Jolie and her life.
But anyway, yes, I hate celebrity worship. Like I said, if you're a person who just likes to know and stuff, that's fine. But if you're one of those that is like on Twitter or whatever, and you know just dying to know like every single modicum of any person's life, to the deepest minutia, yeah, you're stupid.
Okay.
So that's
Okay,
that's what I
I'm
hate.
you're
stupid, but I still
stupid.
want to know the
You're
fact. I
stupid.
want to know the
MS.
story.
What?
I may be stupid, but I still want to know the story, and that's all that matters.
See, I don't even know if he's being
I
sarcastic.
don't know.
Are you being
So
sarcastic?
It's funnier the more you don't know.
I saw something about Daniel Radcliffe being Weird Al Yankovic's is it biography movie that's
See, now
coming
that's
up.
fine. That's fine. That's actual news about their roles and upcoming projects and stuff like that. That's cool. But I mean, if the guy's walking down the street and you're like the fucking angle was like dead on, 12 o'clock straight ahead. So I can imagine you imagine yourself walking down the street and then some dude with a fucking camera is just like walking backwards, just fucking snapping pictures and like just fucking getting in your face. It's like no, fuck you. You know what? This probably should have been more. I hate paparazzi rather than I hate celebrity worship. But I do hate how some people get so
You know what I
obsessed
hate?
with
I
that.
hate wrestler worship. Jesus Christ. It's fucking terrible.
I hate wrestler worship too. Any celebrity, anybody with that status, I think that it's dumb for you to. I mean, they're entertainers. They're whatever field of entertainment they're in, be it singers, be it movie stars, be it wrestlers, be it athletes of any kind. They're there to entertain you. Let them do their job. Go buy tickets to their concerts, to their games, go to their movies, to their whatever. Enjoy the show, and then leave them the fuck alone. I mean, they usually tour or they have. I mean, and I know they make the money. They make the bank for it. So yeah, they work hard, but they make the money, so to speak. But still, that doesn't excuse people. Like if somebody becomes successful, that's not license for everybody to dissect every single little aspect of their lives. That's what I'm saying. I think it's cringy. I think it's disgusting, disrespectful, and I think it should stop. So
These
yeah,
are the things that Esp hates. And that's been another segment of Esp hates. Thank you for joining us for that part of the show. Today's sponsor is OBS. Hail OBS.
well, I better get some money from him.
Oh, I have a lovely story.
Tell us your lovely
Okay.
story.
So,
Lovely
and
story
this
time.
is it's about obs.
Oh my
Oh,
god!
yay!
What the fuck?
Those are my favorite
No,
kind of
because
stories. Tell me.
I
No,
called
no jingle, Nick?
I called my best friend to tell her about this because I was laughing so hard. Okay,
What did I
so it was the day when I went to go pick you up, SB, and I had my
You felt
my
so
vehicle.
emotionally drained by my
No.
presence that you had to fucking call up Obs up and say like, Obs, I just need a friend right now, and he like rushed to your side and consoled you.
Yes.
No, I had no, actually it wasn't that day. I think it was like the day after. So anyways, I was in my car and I hit I have a little button I hit in my on my steering wheel that does a little voice to text like, who do you want to call? And I'm like, I had said either call Jess or call somebody. It was equivalent to where it says calling Obs because I have him saved in my phone.
Pretend it was an accident.
No. I said, "Oh my Jesus," and I pulled up Obs. I shit you not. If I had a recording, it would.
Amazing.
It was beautiful. Like when we see Jessica, like when we talk to Jessica again, I will like I had called her right after. Like I disconnected because it was because my phone like calls like right away. But I was like, no, that's not even what I said. It was like,
By the
oh my
way-
Jesus.
By the way, your phone dialed me for today for some reason.
Huh?
Your phone dialed me today for some reason. But I answered
Maybe.
the call, and I was like, hello? And like I heard lockers being closed. I'm like, hello? And I was like,
Probably at work.
I'm in a locker. Okay.
Okay, that's creepy.
Hello, I'm the walker. Save me.
Let her finish the story. She hasn't even gotten to the Obs part yet, or at least not.
You did.
No, I did.
No,
Did you not listen to her story?
No, because I actually
Did she actually
remember.
talk to him?
No, I didn't because I hung up because someone had pulled out in front of me. And I was like, oh my Jesus or something. And like I was in the process of like calling somebody, but it pulled up like calling Obs. I was like, no, that's not what I said, but that's funny at the same time, because it was like, oh my, because they're like praise Obs and stuff like that. So
Well, see,
yeah.
you couldn't call Jesus, so it went to the next best thing.
Wow!
Yeah.
Wow!
And so,
Jesus! Oh, I'm sorry. Never mind.
and I called Jess like you would never know. Like I wish I had someone in the car with me to witness that because it was beautiful. Like I had laughed. She's like, "You're sounding ridiculous right now. You're sounding like freaking stupid." I'm like, "Look,
I
dude,
tell
you
you,
didn't
I mean,
experience this." And I even told her, I was like, "Look, if S was in the car with me and that had happened, he would have raged." And I was trying to get my friend Molly to say, "Oh, you're the mighty Obs that everybody was talking about when she was in our Discord."
oh my
And I was
god,
like,
it's
and I was like,
spreading it
"Watch,
out. Like, what the?
if you said that you would watch, you would trigger something. Watch, I want
You
you to
know
say
what?
it. Please say it."
I just had an epiphany. I just realized something.
What?
I am Daffy Duck to his Bugs Bunny. He doesn't have to really do much. He sits there eating a carrot, what's up, Doc? And his what's up, Doc is settle down. That's all he ever says. But it's usually like me raging, trying to say, like, hey, I'm the star of the show. I look at me and this and that. And it turns out it's hunting season and it says hunting season, but I say it's Ob's hunting season. But then he says it's Ob's hunting season. I said, no, it says hunting season. And the fucker shoot me. That's what I realized. I'm Daffy Duck to his Bugs Bunny.
It's
That
pretty,
works.
pretty spot on.
Right? Right?
It's not wrong.
I mean, Daffy Duck is obviously one of the main characters in whatever, in their fucking shows or whatever. And in our little anime manga arc that we got going on here in the channel, I'm one of the main characters as well, but I cannot even touch the fucking reverence that he
May
gets.
of you to
Did
call
you
yourself
just
the
call
main
Obs
character.
Goku?
No, I did not. But, so, whatever.
Dude, you literally just called yourself an anime character.
You did call yourself an
Okay,
anime
fine.
character.
I'm Vegeta.
But
Yeah,
wouldn't Obs be
Because
Vegeta?
you know
Because
who
Vegeta's
said
like
that?
the best.
Anime characters say
Yeah,
that
well,
I'm the main
Goku's
character,
stronger.
and everybody else is
Oh.
secondary.
What?
Goku's stronger, and Vegeta's always trying to get as strong as Goku. So
Yeah, so kinda.
Dude, fucking S is oh man, what was it Krillin? He's killing Krillin at this point.
Krillin?
I'm Krillin. I'm not
Krillin, yes.
Krillin.
You're Krillin, dude.
Oh, who the fuck is Vegeta then?
I
Well,
don't know if we
you're
have
Fuji, all right?
don't know if we have
I
a
mean, I
Vegeta.
troll and antagonize a lot of times, so I guess I'm Vegeta.
That's not really a Vegeta thing.
He's a shitbag though in the later
Well,
He's
season.
a
we
shitbag,
never
but I don't know
said
if he's a
which anime.
troll.
I just kind of threw that out there. I didn't.
You give
say
me more.
which-
You give me more of a Yamcha vibe.
Oh my, me?
No, Ring.
Ring.
Yamcha, are you sure?
Look, he's not even talking. Ops isn't even like say something of something.
Just taking it
He's
all
fucking.
in.
You know what he is? He's Piccolo.
No, because Obs is
Well,
smart enough to
Piccolo
move.
is pretty fucking great though.
Piccolo is the best character. I love him. Fuck Nappa. Anyways,
Piccolo's so
What?
damn
Where did
good.
this come from?
I hate Nappa. What do you mean?
Well, Nappa killed Piccolo.
Yeah, because Piccolo had plenty
Piccolo
of
saved
fucking time
Gohan.
to move.
Yeah, but he
And
wouldn't have
then-
been such a fucking hero if he just moved. He
Like,
fucking
either just one step, just like one
yeah,
step.
but nah,
No,
he was a G.
I
fucking
have to
taking out.
protect. No,
No,
nothing
it was
bad
good
can
because he
happen.
died, and then Dragon Balls didn't.
And then he
So
came
it was
back,
a smart move.
and then died again, and then
Yeah,
came
but
back.
then the Saiyans would have got the Dragon Balls, and they would have, ruined it. Piccolo smart.
Fuck Nappa.
No. In S is not at least Krillin. He's at least Tien.
Well, Tien's pretty badass. Tien got some good stuff in the Cell Saga.
Okay, yeah, not Yamcha. The clown looking one. That handsome Tien.
No, we're not that
Apparently,
far.
we're the fucking Z fighters now.
Not that far.
Who's Val?
Am I Gohan? I
I'm
don't want
just
to be Gohan. Gohan
Are
peaks
you
early.
the son of Ops? What the fuck?
Well, I'm the
No.
youngest one here.
dang.
Ring,
Why you can throw
Ring,
that
you're-
out?
Ring, you're Master Yoshi.
Just saying.
You know what? I'm okay with that. The fucking old perv. That's all I am.
Yoshi is pretty bad.
Yeah, fuck
Roshi.
yeah, dude.
Roshi.
Roshi,
Yeah.
Roshi.
In fact, Roshi was even in Dragon Ball Tai, Dragon Ball Tai, where he was actually in the later seasons, who actually was still performing this shit. Fuck yeah, I'd rather be fucking Roshi.
So Val, are you Bulma?
No, I'm the monkey that eats in the other world.
You're Mr. Popo? Not Mr. Popo.
Mr. Popo.
Val's Mr. Popo. That's hilarious.
I'm
No.
the one that constantly.
What's
Oh,
the
you know,
bubbles? Your bubbles?
F is Tatsu.
No, I thought I was
No,
Piccolo.
that's- I
Didn't
think he's better as Krillin.
Are you
Oz
sure?
is Piccolo.
Well, yeah,
No, I
Krillin's
thought
kind
Ops was Goku.
no, just
Oz is-
Krillin's
well,
like
I don't know.
like the fucking beating bag of everybody. Like he's just his ass kicked
I
there
mean,
all the time.
yes, but
What?
Krillin also gets to pound Android 18.
Hell, okay. That's right.
I'll be
I
Broly.
forgot about that.
Just
Broly.
saying. Broly.
What?
I don't think we
You
have
didn't
Broly.
Dragon Ball Z or Dragon Ball Tai.
That's Dragon Ball Super, right?
Man, we went off on a
Dragon Ball.
tangent. here.
Yes, and we still haven't no idea who.
No, there's. I have no idea who I'm at.
Like we're staying here until we figure this out.
Can we just be happy that I
5
know what we're
hours later,
talking about for
Estes'
once?
tie is undone. He's like smoking 7 cigarettes. Okay. Valve's
map.
cheat sheet.
Listen,
Yeah,
I've already
then-
the
said,
red
I
string on
can't
the,
be
the
Piccolo
cork
because-
board.
Huh?
The quirk word? What?
That
Well,
says
we have a
the
cork
red
board.
string on the cork
Yeah.
board, trying to figure out who's who.
Oh,
The mapping of
Yeah.
everything. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
know
it's the
exactly.
quirk word. I was like, what is
Yeah.
that?
Okay. So if I'm Android 19, he's Android 17. And who's 16?
Who's fucking Cell? Are we bringing
Donnie.
the villains into this?
I don't know if we have a cell. Let's see. No, we have to be just Z fighter. It's too much. Let's pull it back. Let's pull
Reel
back.
it back.
We're done. We're done with this Dragon Ball Z tangent. I don't know how the fuck this happened. I don't even remember who started it. Jesus.
Well, mine was the
It might have been my fault.
I
You know
started by
what?
saying
No,
that I
no.
was
You know what he
dapping
is?
to-
He's Mr. Hercules.
Oh my
Hercules.
Oh, Mr. Satan.
Hercules.
No, Mr. Satan.
Yeah, Mr. Satan, yeah.
Fucking, well, I always got a kick out of it when the crowd started cheering Satan.
Satan. They know what they're about.
That's a classic S trope right there. He's
Okay,
Mr.
so I
Satan.
can take that. I like that guy. I
You
actually
like
did.
Mr. Satan. All right.
Yeah, he kind of saved the world, man.
He lied
bit.
about saving the world. Goku
No, but
saved
he
the
totally
world.
no, but he if it wasn't for him, Goku would have never been able to get enough strength for the Spirit Bomb to defeat Majin Buu.
I'm
He's
talking
the
about
one that
that
addressed.
time. I'm talking about cell time. When he
No,
fucking lied.
Yeah, so he lied, and that's how he got that.
So, Mr.
fucking-
Satan's full of Edo. Like it's just everywhere. It's all over the fucking.
Oh, that
take
is
that.
pretty
I'll
accurate.
be Mr. Satan. I saved the world once. A
So
human,
is-
a regular human being among almost gods, and I still.
I mean,
was
Krillin's a regular human being, and he gets the
Yeah.
Android 18.
Yeah, but I think he's right. I think Mr. Satan is more in line with my.
So who's Obs? Obs
Dopiness.
Goku?
I guess.
Obs Goku or Piccolo? Both are good.
Prob- we're done with.
No, now I'm interested again.
I don't know. I thought we had settled that he was Goku because isn't Goku like the main star of the fucking show and the most powerful one?
He is, but Piccolo's a better father.
Don't have to be Beerus.
Obs doesn't have kids.
Yeah, but he's kind of a father to all.
Oh my god.
It's been in Beerus.
And all of this,
An all
he's not even
father,
saying
if you
nothing.
will. Just like Piccolo.
he's just there in the background, not saying anything.
Just like Piccolo.
Obs, are you still here?
Yes, I am here. It's observing, taking it all in.
Just
Just
like,
like
Piccolo.
Piccolo.
Just like Piccolo.
His hands crossed, his cape's waving in the breeze.
I can see it.
He's
It is
not
a winning
green.
night.
Perhaps the very occasional joke.
And when he does, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
Obs is Piccolo, man. I think we fucking established that.
All right, and I'm Satan.
All right. Well, that was a fun tangent. Holy
Yeah,
shit.
that
Jesus.
was
This fucking thumbnail of this one's gonna have the Z fighters for some reason. People will be like, what the fuck were they talking about?
Anyway, I brought up the last topic. The thing I hate is somebody else brings something up unless we're done.
Oh yeah, thing I wanted to talk about last week that I forgot to talk about. Obi-Wan. Kenobi.
Yes. Fuck yes. Fuck yes.
I think
Oh,
Ring was a fan.
I'm just salivating here. Like fuck. I want this now. I am fucking go. Fuck everything else. I am joined.
You a fan? What's the actor's name? Ewan McGregor.
Ewan
Ewan
McGregor,
McGregor.
yes.
Yeah,
Ewan.
you a fan? Are you, Ring? Salivating?
Yes. Yes, in fact, yes.
Well, okay.
We got the fucking the brothers and sisters. You got the fucking well, not Overlord. The main Grand Inquisitor, right? Then we got the inner war years and stuff like that. Obviously, we're gonna have a little Jedi, or rather Vader action at some point, in some form or another, or flashbacks and stuff like that. I just saw a lot of things which is just said yes to me. I had to say yes back. Essential. In fact, and one thing to say, it was just downright romantic. I was in love. I lost myself. I found
He really
myself
is Master
in his
Roshi.
eyes and his views. Everything that occurs on screen. I feel like I really born.
Was
You
the
Sorry, I
really
lost myself
interesting.
there.
Glass blowing. That's really interesting. Anyways, continue. Just wanted to be a part of that conversation.
But yeah, the series looks amazing as it is. There is a nitpick or two from the Star Wars crowd, which I kept up with. I think the 13th brother or the 7th brother looks a little plain compared to how he appears in Star Wars Rebels.
Mhm.
The Grand Inquisitor head is too small. He's from Utapau, I think it was, where his races, and they have an elongated skull going up. Right, you get the idea. But the Grand Inquisitor, as it appears in the show, has a very human head, unlike his previous iteration, which was in Star Wars Rebels. That's the only nitpick I've heard of. Everything else about Aaron McGregor himself has been relatively. I do like the idea of going interwar years, since it's still a big blank on what happened. How did things go down? Was it steady? Was there any sort of war, any sort of conflict? And I think this series will bring a lot to light on what happened to Obi-Wan, especially. Was he just camping out on uh Tatooine all these years?
Yeah, I was gonna say Tatooine.
Yeah.
Ring, I gotta ask something.
Ah,
You're very familiar, or at least uh, pretty familiar as far as I know, with like the extended universe of Star Wars, the background lore, and all that. Did Vader ever even try to search for his children, or did he like think that
okay, so
they
it goes
died?
back to episode 3. You have to consider the following. Anakin knew that that Padme had died. Okay, that is not in doubt. He was told specifically by Palpatine that Padme died, right? And it appears that Anakin made the assumption that the child, he only knew there was only one. The child was lost as well, but due to the death of her while in the later stages of pregnancy. So he never bothered to look. Hence the revelations in Empire Strikes Back
Hmm.
that this is my child. Of course, now he tries to convert Luke, being the Sith Lord he is, but that's basically what it was. Anakin already figured like, oh my Padme's dead, so I figured my kid's dead too, and never
Yeah,
looked.
that's what I wondered, because supposedly, um, there's I've heard that question kind of brought up, and it's like Luke wouldn't
Right,
be hard to
and
find. I mean, he was thinking,
basically everybody forgot what happened in Empire Strikes Back. Everybody forgot what the fuck happened. And if I hear another fucking conversation about that topic again, I'm gonna fucking rage, because
wow,
if you're a fucking fan, you remember what the fuck happened in Empire Strikes Back.
what happened in the Empire Strikes Back?
That he realized that he had a son, because
Oh yeah,
he heard the pilot's name was Skywalker, who destroyed the Death Stars. Obviously, he put two and two together there, and was proactive on the hunt after that.
I mean, it is a big galaxy.
So
I,
Skywalker was a unique name.
I guess. But
So
yeah,
there you go.
I always kind of wondered that, because it's like it wouldn't be hard to find. Take him back to his freaking aunt and uncle on a planet where you had already visited in episode 2.
Right, but he
You
couldn't
know.
make the connection because by then it was
Yeah,
Anakin.
I get it that he assumed that that both Padme and the child, um slash children, were dead, but I just wondered if he ever actually looked. So
No,
that
no,
answers my question.
yeah,
So basically, you look at the show, and everything that you saw in the trailers leads you to believe it'll be a good show.
yes,
It'll be cool to see. I definitely think I will be watching that. It will be cool to see Ewan McGregor again in that role.
agree.
True.
Now, on a show that maybe is not so good. Have you all heard the hubbub brewing around the Halo show?
I have not heard anything as of late though. I heard people were kind of upset about how Cortana was redesigned.
So I don't know. I've played and beaten the first game, but I don't know too much about Halo. I've never played it too much. I don't know about the lore and all that. But that's probably why I would never write a fucking Halo story or a Halo TV show because I don't
Because
know
it
that
doesn't
much about.
inspire you like how you obsessed with Gordon Freeman or Shepard.
Yes, and that's why I wrote fan
It just
fiction
doesn't
around
play
them.
to the homoerotic
See, now
fantasies
you
that are
say
populating Reddit.
homoerotic, but yet you're the one that was fucking
Because we already
salivating
knew where this
over.
is going.
I mean,
Some say that Master Chief is better than Gordon Freeman.
let them say that. Whatever. Okay, fine.
I mean, even puts Shepard to shame.
The point
I mean,
is,
Shepard is a trade
the
manifestation,
point that
because
I'm trying to make.
influence implants and other stuff like that. Meanwhile, Master Chief is just born to be a hero. He's ready to go. From
I
the get-go.
fucking challenge
There's
you.
no journey
I
for him
I
required.
challenge you to go through all of my writings, and they're all found on DeviantArt. Nice.
Why would I do that? I don't
No,
want to
I
become
want
gay.
you to find one fucking homoerotic line in it. Okay.
Sure.
Now, there's nothing wrong with homoeroticism, but I don't write it. Okay.
Yeah.
But I challenge you to find one fucking line. And it has to be homoerotic, like fucking straight up homoerotic. I'm talking about, something, I don't even know what. He inserted his shaft into his mouth or something like that.
What
Okay?
the fuck did I
Come
just
on.
come back to?
What
Oh
did
my
you
god,
say?
I am
You
looking.
weren't
You
here
had it
this
on your
whole
mouth.
time.
You had it in your
I
mind the
was
entire
reading
time. What the fuck
something
wrong with
and
you?
then that fucking what the
I don't want to
hell?
hear no little things like, oh, look, I found this line, Esp. And it's like, oh, they patted each other on the back or some shit like that. That is not homoerotic,
Definitely
okay?
pat each other on the back, all right. After they did the
No, I
deed.
want you, I challenge you to find it in my entirety over thousands of pages of fanfic that I have written. It's no secret. I've said it many times that I've written that fanfic. I challenge you to find just one sentence of homoeroticism. Doesn't have to be a paragraph. Doesn't have to be a page.
I
Doesn't have
love
to be a
that
chapter.
Val.
Just one sentence of some straight up fucking butt ramming, dick sucking, ball licking something. All right,
Such
because
manifestations appearing before us,
I am
man.
tired
Jesus.
of you calling my fucking fanfic homoerotic fiction, and it's not. So I want you to point it out to me. Get
I'm
the.
You know what's a good
all right.
game?
I'm just so
Elden Ring.
happy. I'm
Elden
so
Ring is
happy
a
Val
good
came
game.
back
There's
to
no
that.
Elden
there's
Ring
no
is just
butt
numbers,
fucking or anything in that game. You're
Oh,
just
you haven't
riding a
gotten deep
damn
enough
horse.
yet.
Well, I was trying to bring up a point, but Ring just couldn't let go. What I was saying is I don't write Halo stuff because I never played much of the games. But that doesn't seem to be a problem for the writers of the new Halo TV series, as it was recently announced that the writers and the people basically in charge never played a Halo game. And they've completely retconned Master Chief's origin, personality, and supposedly the show is going to be told through the eyes of uh some girl or something. I think she's like an orphan. I don't know. I haven't actually watched the trailer. I just kind of have been hearing the buzz. And apparently she gets rescued by Master Chief, but Master Chief has amnesia or something. Also, Master Chief is like super sensitive
Amnesia.
now. Apparently he takes off his helmet quite a bit. And there's like he cries several
That sounds
times throughout the
wrong.
show. Yeah, he
Nah, Master Chief should be emotionless for a lot of it and not gain his humanity to like
Then
two or something.
then what's the point of having Halo Infinite?
No, give him humanity later. After, but the first Master Chief should just be a war machine.
yeah, a
And
killing.
then give them like development in later seasons. But they probably know they won't get later seasons, so they're gonna do it now.
Did
Oh
you
yeah,
know
they know they're fucked. They
yeah.
knew they were fucked right
They
after
know
they
they're
tried.
fucked.
it's
Yeah.
like a 10 million per episode budget that they got with this,
Fuck that.
and yet in the first fucking trailer, they couldn't be bothered to take out the Toyota Tacoma that's in the fucking background in one
No,
of the scenes.
are you sure it was Tacoma? I thought it was a Tahoe.
Whatever, what does it matter?
It does matter because that means that Chevrolet Tahoes are now canon in the future.
Just like Starbucks was canon in fucking the
Game
Star
of
Wars.
Thrones.
Yeah.
Game of Thrones. Yeah.
Game of Thrones, yeah. Or that blue jeans are canon in Star Wars because there was a guy who was not completely off camera and stuff like that.
He was wearing Levi's or what? Got his
Yeah, I
Wranglers
think
on.
Wranglers, but hey, we're already there. I mean, Wranglers were already in like the Rick and Morty when
Oh, yeah.
yeah, because they had that super death weapon that or that like destroy planets, and it's like brought to you by Wrangler jeans. So like it destroys everything except for Wrangler jeans. Like if you shoot somebody with the like death laser or one of their weapons, it all is left is a jean. If they're wearing them, like it does
What
nothing
if
to
they're
them.
wearing a Wrangler denim jacket? Because those are things.
Then the jacket will be left behind, with the rest of the body will be vaporized,
It'll be like the Rapture. They just get taken out of their clothes.
basically.
But anyway, yeah. From what I've heard, this is gonna be a bit of a disaster.
Sounds like
And and on that note, I'm not gonna talk about it today because it'd be a whole conversation, and I think it's
what is it?
less time that we have. But there is a topic relating to this and relating to a lot of the flops that we've been seeing, like the Cowboy Bebop and what sounds like it's gonna be Dead on Arrival, the Lord of the Rings show. That sounds
Oh,
like it's gonna
Jesus,
be Dead
yeah.
on Arrival. I actually want to kind of address that in a whole thing, but I'll wait for next week because, like I
Sweet.
said, it's gonna be a whole thing. Then I don't want to monopolize the whole fucking episode here.
Do
So yeah, that's
it. Do it. Talk about it.
That's right. Let's talk about. Okay, so the thing with the Lord of the Rings was the appearance of the elves, which was very contrary to what is currently in the lore for the entirety of Lord of the Rings by J.J.R. Tolkien way back in the day, and he was very specific on how every race and every species appears as it is in this universe. And now I understand that Amazon was trying to do the diversity hire and stuff like that to appeal to minority hires and stuff like that to appeal to a broader audience. But considering that elves aren't in their entirety as described by Tolkien as being of white complexion, makes it hard sell to those who know the lore behind the entirety of this, both the original trilogy and then the Hobbit series, and also the Silmarillion, which is the original, or should I say, the earliest days of the world that is Lord of the Rings. And then apparently we have second second age of Middle Earth at this point for the series, and that has drawn a lot of negative attention from various people, various fans that are of the fan of the series, as well as fan of the books. This is basically pulling a Star Wars. See, Star Wars had an idea of, or at least Abrams had an idea of, basically rewriting or retconning, in essence, the original trilogy, the prequel trilogy, because they were boring or whatever. Amazon did it a little more corporate. They bought the books or the rights to the books to create the series, but then nothing happened after that point. And I believe it's catching a lot of negative flack as a result. And I remember seeing YouTube comments on each of the trailers, and I'm gonna look those up real quick. It's not offensive, it's just a statement. Amazon
so
says,
since you're bringing it up, I'll talk about something here without going into too much detail. But I will say that I think that these reboots, these remakes, these whatever based on existing um intellectual property is doing more harm than good for diversity. And I've said it before, but to me what this says, for them retconning established lore and established stories, is you're saying that the character that you're trying to promote by putting them in this role, that they can't fly on their own, that they're not good enough to have an original story be told about them, that they're not captivating enough to have their own character arcs and their own stories and their own franchises built around them, that they have to have the draw of existing intellectual property to grab existing fans, just change everything about it in order to do it. And like I said, to me, that doesn't do justice to the actors and actresses of the LGBT community, or Black, Latino, Asian, any other race, any type of diverse casting. It doesn't do justice, because what you're saying is, we have this franchise that was already built by white males or whatever, but it's a very popular franchise. Everybody loves it. So because we don't think that you're good enough to bring in the people, bring in the crowds, bring in the moviegoers, we're actually going to change this existing thing and put you into it, so that you have that already. At least you at least have the draw of existing fans. And to me, that's a spit in the face, and just saying, like, you can't fly on your own. I'll give you another example. They're remaking Snow White, a live action Snow White.
Yes.
The set burned down. Did y'all hear about that?
No,
No.
but that sounds entertaining.
That does sound better than the movie.
Yeah. So the reason I heard about it is because apparently it's in very early production. They the set, one of the sets apparently caught fire, completely burned down. But they cast a very pretty looking black woman in the role, which again I'm fine with, except for the fact that the literal lore of Snow White says her name is Snow White because her skin was white as snow. That's actually a line from the original story. So I'm not sure what they're going to do with that.
Not sure. Why
Yeah.
they just call her Snow Black at that point?
So but
That
think
Like,
about it.
that
Think
just
about it.
tasted bad.
What?
That tasted bad. Let's not do that
tastes-
again.
yeah. That's, yeah.
But but think about it. If it was reversed, how much of a freak out all over Twitter and the internet would you have seen, or would you have heard, if, say, Black Panther was, since may he rest in peace, Chadwick Boseman, if they recast him as a white guy? That's not a role for a white man. That's not a role for anybody
So
other than a black person.
on that note, I'm
You know-
gonna interject real quick with a comment that I read, which is actually plays true to the Lord of the Rings situation.
Um,
All right, here we go.
go ahead.
For those of you who only know the movies and wondering why any of this outcry matters, Tolkien didn't set out to write just another fantasy. His first love was language and mythology. As a linguist, he set out to make the most beautiful language ever created, which is Elvish. He invented Elvish based on the Northern European languages. As a historian, he wrote the Silmarillion and all the other extensive back lore that only hinted at the movies as an alternate mythology for the British Isles. The very creation of Middle-earth by the gods through the act of song was informed by Finnish myths. He was steeped in Northern and Western European cultures and myths, legends, languages, stories, racial characteristics, history, and the cultures of Middle-earth are inextricably built from corresponding roots of European culture in a way that no fantasy has ever been replicated before or since. He is considered by many of us to be the true father of modern history, and no one, bar none, has equaled the depth and verisimilitude that he brought to his creation. This trailer, which referring to the Amazon trailer for the show, and all Amazon interviews prove to the point that they don't care about any of this and intend to dismantle the very foundation of why Tolkien wrote these books as a labor of love in the first place. He loved his culture, his history, his language, and his invented languages. World, races, and stories were all medium which he communicated his love of his ancestral heritage. James's work in the way shown in the trailer and subsequent interviews is not only to just reinterpret some surface aspect of the stories, it's to completely undermine his stated intent, strike at the heart of his passion, and directly attack his own cultural heritage.
Well
That's
said.
it. Yeah, and
Yeah.
that's honestly, it may seem like an overblown thing because of like one or two characters in the series, but it's absolutely true. You just
Yeah.
don't deviate from what the creator had said in his literal intent of creating this fantasy in this world. You just don't. It's not. You just don't do that.
Anything else?
What
is
about
being-
Gordon?
Gordon?
Flash Gordon?
Batman.
Gordon Freeman.
No, Batman Gordon.
Oh, okay.
What about him?
So that there is interesting because there are been several iterations, I believe, of Gordon, which has been an alternate race or otherwise. Comics play it very loose with their identities because it depends on what the cultural times be at that time. Back in the day, they were all white, right? As the time progressed, several characters switched their heritage based on who is currently writing the material. But Tolkien didn't allow for such flexibility.
Yeah, but
It-
you just
when he
said
dra-
it's like who's currently writing it.
Huh?
You just said it's for who's currently writing it.
Yeah.
So it's these people are currently writing it. I really just don't. I don't know. It's Amazon. Amazon's bad. They're just terrible on so
Yeah.
many things they do.
I had no
That's
intention of
the
watching it.
bottom line. I don't watch anything from Amazon Prime except for The Boys, and I don't pay for it. I watch it where I can watch it.
There was one show I liked that was on Amazon Prime.
Was it the Man in the Tower thing?
No, I haven't watched that yet. I really should get around to doing that.
No, the White Castle or no, not White Castle.
Man, we're really racist.
No,
I'm
no,
kidding.
no. For some reason, Harold and Kumar Go to White Castle popped in my head. But
Okay.
wasn't it something Castle Ring or something about where
Castle Rock.
The Man in the Castle?
Matt? Is it
Man in
the
the
one
Tall
where
Castle?
the Nazis won?
Something about that. Yeah, some weird shit
No,
about that.
it was not history related.
Man on
It was
Silver
a
Mountain.
show. I'm looking for it right now because I okay. There was a series called Undone. You may or may not have heard of it.
Not.
Nay.
No.
Not.
Never heard
It
of
was an animated series based around this family that lives here in our city.
Neat.
Um,
Oh yeah, I kind of remember that now.
I liked it. I really actually did enjoy it because it was a
Wasn't,
very original series. There's not like it a lot like that out there,
There was
and I
someone-
think it was well done.
Isn't it like that one movie of Keanu Reeves? It kind of looked like that, the cell shading.
A Standard Darkly.
Yeah,
I don't know because
kind of.
this involves like this whole trip where she the main character kind of thinks she's
I'm just
losing her
talking about
mind
the
by
art
seeing her
style.
father and stuff like that.
Yeah, isn't like the father fucking
The
what do you call
father
it,
was
guy?
into a lot into middle America cultures.
What's that guy's name?
Like
Bob Odenkirk.
no,
Was it? I thought it was Bob Odenkirk. Don't know why.
I don't know. Let's see.
Anyway.
Hold on. Undone.
Yeah, and I recall now. And I was like, oh yeah, that was a thing.
Yeah, you're right. Actually, you're right. It was Bob Odenkirk.
I have known me a Bob Odenkirk thing when I sees it.
That series I actually enjoyed. So I can't say that everything that Amazon creates is fucking terrible.
I
But
still have a very disdain for Amazon and the whole
yeah,
company.
but
itself.
I enjoyed it. You know, you don't get to see our city like in a lot of material anyway. So it's interesting from that perspective.
Hey, you saw Spy Kids? My library was there for a minute.
That's
Well,
true. Also, technically, it was also Salinas. Because
Knight Rider 2000.
Yeah. No, not 2001. No.
No, there's a
Pee Wee
movie
Herman.
a made for TV movie
Yeah, you're right,
called
Pee Wee
Knight
Herman.
Rider 2000 that had.
Is there a basement in the Alamo?
No.
Ain't
Yeah,
Which, by the way,
basement.
ladies and folks, there is not a basement. Just so y'all know.
There's
Do
very
you,
few basements.
you know, I mean, we never talk about city things. Do you know what they're doing downtown the Alamo?
You know what?
They're you know, like how they have all that bullshit in front of it, like those store straps.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they're gutting those, and they're
Oh,
gonna
fuck
make like
yeah.
a whole fucking like Alamo historical thing.
Oh, that's cool.
Right. They're like clearing out the entire plaza, basically. You know,
Yeah,
the
they're gutting
historical
all of
plaza.
those, and they're making like a historical plaza.
I remember when I was a kid, I did go to that wax museum that had that hologram show.
Oh, I remember that T-Rex used to be a lot scarier.
Yeah.
Now it's just like a Barney.
I enjoy the miniature display over at the AMC theater, I think it was, or the.
Oh yeah, that is pretty nice.
That was a fucking cool
Last
ass
time I
display.
was
I don't give
there,
a
I
shit.
think
Have
that
they
was
started-
with OBS, and we saw Endgame, not Endgame, Infinity War.
Have they
Remember?
started construction on that
I
already?
wasn't there.
You weren't there?
No, I think it was still in
Oh,
Florida.
you were still in the Mudlands.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but he has you. He carries you forever in his heart.
Literally,
So-
all his brothers were there.
So
and-
you were there
and
with
my
him.
uncle. So it was basically like most of his DNA was there,
That was enough that we could reconstitute a new one if we needed to.
pretty much. We could have put a phone on. You can listen to the movie before. We should have done that.
I was gonna say, Nick, have they already started construction on this project?
No, right now there's the stores are still there. You
We
can
should.
they have like the street boarded up and you can see like what the plans.
Oh, but it's not accessible no more.
No, it's accessible. I walked through it the other day. I was like, oh neat. I haven't been down here in a minute.
I was gonna say we should.
I remember
go,
the
like-
original thing was like they're gonna make a big old glass thing. I thought stupid to make glass wall. It's just dumb. But
That's asking for like vandalism.
Yeah, exactly. It seemed like they're not gonna do that. So good.
Yeah.
And that's been our local news story of the day.
Hey, all right.
It's been a good podcast. How long have we been going?
Yeah, how long?
We're approaching
A
an
really
hour.
long time.
Yeah.
Nice.
Think this will be a good stopping point.
Unless anyone has anything.
Yes.
Does anyone have anything?
Anything? Val?
Val? No, Val, you brought up something important.
You did?
You're gonna have to refresh my memory because every
The
time
biggest game
Deer
of
in
the
the
fucking
headlights.
year.
Elden Ring.
Ops.
Elden Ring.
Oh yeah.
Ops is not the biggest game of the year. What?
Listen, I understand Oms is very everything, but he's not technically he's not. Can't give him that.
Well,
But if he was, he'd be a great video game. He'd be the Elden Ring of video.
or Horizon, which I haven't played yet.
They're good
Anyways,
things.
yeah, I don't want to spoil it, but
I don't know if there's
it's
spoilers.
great and it's amazing, and I really need to get back to it because I want to play, and I die a lot. I die a lot, so much.
Kind of part of the course though.
But it's like Dark Souls 4,
Dark Souls 4, the Elden Ring.
but it's beautiful, and there's a lot of death. There's dragons.
Oh,
Did I mention death?
I think you have.
Okay.
How deep are you in the game?
At the beginning,
Oh,
because it's open world. And I went against my first boss, and
you beat him handedly, right?
sure, no,
Mop the floor of him.
no, I had no.
Oh, that's good.
I'm grinding.
of
I
your
grind in
mind,
those
right?
games a lot, huh?
The help of your mind and your better
The help of the power
strategy.
of co-op.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because right now I'm trying to level up my strength. I'm not really focused on the magic bit, but yeah, I'm just grinding in areas that it's easier for me to not die in so much. I went up against a crab today, and a
I
bigger
thought they had
crab,
crabs in that game.
and I got wrecked. I really did.
Crabs
By
do that to you.
yeah.
Yeah, really,
So-
really rich.
And then there's
Uh,
like this screeching monkey type zombie looking
What the fuck?
thing. Like they remind me of howler monkeys. They're giant bats too, so I go up against bats anyways. I don't want to reveal too much because I don't want to spoil it for anybody, but
The
it's
demon
worth
spurs
it.
fun. Right, you're spoiled.
It's not hard. If you're familiar with Dark Souls type
Yeah.
games, then it's gonna be very similar to that. But honestly, it's worth it. Just the view alone, because I went in an area today that I was not way not meant to be in. But just it involved an elevator, and just the view from going from the top to the bottom was just like, wow, I can't imagine this game getting any better looking, like, more beautiful. And yeah, at the big when I very first started the game, I'm like, wow, this is a really pretty game. And just each area can have like I mean, I like the pretty stuff. So anyway, I'm gonna keep saying it's a very pretty game. So it's different. I like it.
Well, I do know that at some point before Sunbreak drops for Monster Hunter, you better get back into that because I want to go in that with you guys. I don't want to be like doing it on my own. So y'all need to beat the main game before that comes out.
not too far off. I'm
No.
still in my 40s, I think. Am I in my 40s? No, I don't know.
If
Either
you're
way.
not sure if you're in your 40s and you're way past 40. That was an age joke that nobody got. And it was stupid.
Such
It
a
sounded
dude.
better in my head. No.
I might be in my 30s. I don't know. I have to. It's been a while. I just kind of been like game wise, kind of
No,
like.
I'm not telling you to get back into it like immediately or nothing, but at some point before Sunbreak drops, I want you and Ring because I know y'all haven't beaten the All Mother or
I am
Valkyrie.
waiting for you.
Huh?
Yeah, I'm waiting for you.
In
Waiting for you.
Monster Hunter or Blood. Oh, Back for Blood. What are we talking about? Sorry,
Monster Hunter.
Okay.
I think he says he's waiting for you, like to get back into Monster Hunter or
You
something.
know what I'm waiting for? You motherfuckers to get back on Smash Bros.
I
Because
mean,
it's fun.
Yes, I haven't played that in quite some time too.
yeah,
More to come.
maybe some point.
Yes.
That'll be fun.
Some scheduling of games and whatnot.
I wanna close. I wanna close off with something if I may.
Sure.
So I will say for anybody who's tuned in and listening, first of all, thank you. Second of all, I will say that aside from like maybe our shoot the shits, for the most part, I'm gonna be relegating myself to being a background character here on our channel. I've got some things that have developed that pretty much prevent me from being able to stream or be on more often, which kind of sucks because I had already kind of started to improve my streaming setup. I had bought a webcam and a green screen and all that, and I was really making plans to be a lot more present and all that in our streams. But I've got things going on that just make that impossible. So if anything, more than likely when others stream, maybe I'll pop in and be kind of a background commentary, or I probably won't be on every single podcast for sure. I'll be here when I can, but yeah, just expect once again, because I know I do this a lot, but this has been an ongoing thing for a few years now. Once again, I will be not as not present as often.
Fair enough.
So yeah.
Like, share,
All right.
subscribe.
Yes.
I'll let you do that. I just kind of wanted to have that last message.
No worries.
Yeah, why don't you
So-
see us obs? See us out, obs.
Yes, yes.
Yes.
All words should be obs.
Why don't you see us out, obs?
Oh, thank you for the kind words, S. But yes, that's gonna conclude this session of Shoot the Shit Saturday. If you haven't yet, be sure to like, share, subscribe, all that fun stuff. We're tracking with our antics with our live streams, uploads, what have yous, the sleepy time gameplay.
Gameplays.
Yes.
What
So
excellent word use of the word antics, my friend. I'm very proud of you.
thank you.
You're so eloquent in linguistic stuff like that. You truly are a man who is of a rare caliber.
No, for the love of. Go down,
We're
down,
lucky to have him.
down on your knees a little lower, Ring. Just
Praise
But-
obs.
Why are you talking to me in
maybe
such a
the
demeaning way?
one knee approach.
What is your
would put
problem?
you
Your
in-
obsession with such acts? Jeez.
Anywho, yes, shenanigans galore from any and all of us. Have a good night, stay safe, and don't forget to settle down.
Bye bye.